Hello everyone, welcome back, and this will be your general weekly reading for the sign of Scorpio for the week of June 22nd. And I would like to give a very special thank you to each and every one of you out there who have been subscribing to my channel and helping it grow and getting it noticed, as well as all the thumbs up on all the videos that you've watched, and also hitting the hype button. Thank you. And of course, the lovely comments. It is nice to hear from each and every one of you out there of how much you appreciate my channel and you've subscribed. Thank you for letting me know that. I truly appreciate you. All right. Ooh. And the High Priestess. So sitting in your strength this week, in your convictions, knowing that you have made a choice recently that is the right move for you. It is time. For many of you, it's probably been due for quite some time, and you're finally more comfortable taking on these different positions in your life, these different roles. So you're not so scattered. You feel more in line with what is meant for you. This is your self how would you say that? Reflection. Looking in on yourself, trusting yourself, knowing that you can make decisions just as well as anybody else because there is something that you have decided to do. Now, some of you are starting to take care of your health, eating a little bit better, no longer allowing yourself excuses for overindulgence, overeating, over drinking, whatever it happens to be for you that you know is not in your best interest or your best health. You're cutting that out. You've decided to take care of yourself a little bit better because you're realizing your health is definitely your wealth and you want to be the best that you can be, which is wonderful, really is. So you are definitely picking a new path for yourself. And the Eight of Swords, yeah, see, no, setting yourself free from self-doubt, worry, analyzing, overthinking things, feeling that you don't quite have enough, like bring enough to the table, but you certainly do. It's too bad that you have felt that way for a while about yourself, holding yourself back with self-doubt, overanalyzing, stressing, worrying, feeling that you're not quite enough. So negative thinking, you're finally letting that go. You're releasing that kind of structure that's been holding you, almost hostage in some ways in your life, and stepping out, realizing that's not served you, and nor will it. So you're letting that part go. And the Five of Rods. Yeah, see, if you feel like there has been any kind of competition in anything, and that can be in a job, home life, friends, whatever it happens to be. Somebody trying to win at all cost or one up you, that sort of thing. You've removed yourself from that. There may be, a little bit of that still hanging around, but you know what you bring to the table and how good you are. So now you can just sort of watch people and their antics and be okay with being you for a change. All right. Temptress, starting something brand new. Realizing it is time to, click that switch and try something totally different in your life. And everything right now seems so, balance doesn't quite make the word I want to give you, but it's what I have for now. Things are really in balance, in harmony, peaceful. You're feeling much more in line with what it is that you want in your life. And that can be so many things. But you're finding the meaning for yourself that makes you feel happy. Whether that's, you come home from a hard day of work and you close the door and you just, mellow out. You just don't want to have anything to do with the outside world. Whatever brings you balance will help you to move forward. And that can be, you know, pulling the odd weeds in a garden if you, or a planter if you have one, whatever it happens to be. But you are really starting to accept things that you cannot change and changing the things that you can, and finding that it really is fitting what you want right now. And the Three of Swords, see, healing yourself, letting go of those past regrets, heartbreaks, upsets. This could have been a bad divorce for some of you. You know, could have been some betrayal of some, definitely of some sort in a relationship that you found to be yours. Now, this could have been in a marriage. This could have been in a really good friendship, but they really betrayed you, and it left a mark of non-trusting, shutting doors, shutting yourself down in many cases. And now you're realizing it's time now to release all that and open back up into receiving. And the world's been just waiting for you to open, because it has a lot in store for you. So you're healing from your past. And the King of Cups. Yeah, see, you get to sit back. Enjoy your surroundings. Enjoy your life. Not over-analyzing, overthinking. You're just in a much more calmer place. You know, if there's been problems or anything that needs you to step up and resolve, you're doing that. You're doing it fairly. You're telling the truth. You're feeling more inspired to speak your mind a little more freely. But it helps you to relieve a lot of your inner pressures on your own life once you get to speak what's coming up for you. So you're finding your purpose. And the King of Rods, yeah, you were really in a power right this week. You know, you're feeling more motivated to making changes in your life in all forms. You're feeling more confident in your steps going forward, and you're making plans for your life, your future. You know, some of it looks like for some of you, you're actually making plans for a trip. So, wow, that's exciting. But you are really in touch with what you need for a change. Instead of always bowing and giving to others, you're mastering a plan for yourself, what your future is going to look like, what you're going to have in your future, and what you're going to do. And you're really starting to, you know, carry through on these. So that's, wow, beautiful. Yeah, see, Eight of Cups. Learning to walk away, letting go. Realizing you're no longer willing to participate in giving. You know, you've probably been at this for a while, it looks like, for many of you. You know, you've been just always trying to fix things, heal things, make things right, always sacrificing, but it has got you to the point now that you're starting to realize it doesn't matter how much time, energy, and effort you keep giving this situation, it's not going to change. And you're finally admitting that to yourself and course correcting for yourself, healing yourself, walking away, letting go of disappointments, realizing it is time to cut the cord and move forward. Yes, there's been a disappointment, but you're learning to, you know, abandon it, let it go, make a withdrawal, walking away, leaving behind what no longer is supposed to be in your life. Oh, Seven of Cups, see? You have a lot of good ideas and dreams and things you want to do and accomplish, but you haven't really stepped into it. Right now, you're just in the daydream mode of it, you know, thinking about it, analyzing it, you know, coulda, woulda, shouldas, what ifs, all those things that many do. But you're starting to understand that with that concept, if you don't take action on something, you'll never know. So, you know, there's opportunities here, and you've wanted them, but now you need it's also asking you to make a choice. You know, no longer just daydreaming about this. Do something about it and see what happens. And if it doesn't work, you'll correct it and you'll do something else. But you're finally realizing there has to be a decision made. Oh, nice. Two of Cups. Look at that. Getting together with, you know, like-minded people. Somebody who is really on your side. This is a partnership of some form coming in for some of you. This could be like in friendship, or this could be actually a partnership as somebody that you live with. And this could be a proposal of marriage. And if that's the case for some of you, congratulations. But you're really starting to feel a deeper, stronger connection with somebody. And you weren't seeing this coming. You could feel it, but you couldn't see it. And all of a sudden it arrives. Oh, yes, and then it happens. The Two of Swords, needing to not sit on the fence. You're needing to make a choice this week, it looks like, for many of you. So far in this reading, it's really standing out that you need to leave something behind and step into a new way of doing things in your life. But it's a tough decision. Like, it's not coming easy to you. You're timid and scared and worried, and that's natural too, but you're also realizing this decision is going to change many things in your life. And the Queen of Swords. Yeah, see, speaking your mind. Developing the courage to verbally speak what you're thinking. So you're facing the truth, doing what you got to do, saying what you got to say. You're not taking advantage of anybody. You're watching your words, absolutely, but you're absolutely got the power this week to, finally say what you expect from the universe and relationships. And the Seven of Pentacles, yes, putting away finances, making sure that, some of you have made a little bit of investment here, or you've come into some maybe a higher rate of pay, and you decided that, okay, take that, extra $50 off my paycheck if you can, and, put it away, put it into an investment, that sort of thing. And it is actually starting to work out for you very well. So you're making more plans for your future. The Fool, there you go. Finally taking that step. New beginnings. All the possibilities here are endless. You're increasing your spontaneity again, feeling more, ambitious, wanting to try things and not holding yourself back so much. But you're, almost doing this with blind faith, believing that it will be, that sort of attitude. So this is a new adventure for you, a new opportunity that is going to bring you a lot of pleasure coming in. Yeah, Three of Rods. See, looking over your horizons, looking out to calmer shores. Some of you are looking overseas, maybe moving, going to visit, taking a holiday to somewhere that you haven't been and always wanted to go, that sort of thing. Some of you have put your resumes out into the world to see what comes back, because things are really changing around you. And you're looking into the future more of what your aspects are going forward. And the Knight of Rods, yeah, definitely moving forward. Looks like a vacation here for some of you. Isn't that nice? And it's, could be by motorcycle, SUV, train, whatever, but you are feeling that you want to do something more exciting, try something, and you're willing now to take that final step for yourself to try this new thing. You're listening to your inner voice and realizing that, okay, you're not going to do anything crazy, but you are definitely going to open up a little bit more, whether that's just, take a trip to go camping. Maybe you've never camped in your life and you decided, hey, I'm going to, try this and see what it's all about, that sort of thing. But you're feeling impulsive, but you've learned to not act on that, to really look at what you're doing before you take this impulsive move. And you are really looking at it. So good for you to really think about what you're doing before you go too far. And the Six of Pentacles, see? That's nice. Give and receive. You help others. Now this could be somebody coming in to offer you some help. And that could be some help so simple as to, you decided to move and they decide to offer you some help. They'll come and help you move your belongings, whatever this is. But this is an even give and take. You always help others, and now this is them trying to give back to you in their own way, and you're learning to accept that it's okay. You know, you don't always have to be the one who gives all. So that's really good. All right, and your oracle card. The desire for more meaningful, the desire for more meaningful life. Realizing that it is time to move on. Choosing to make major life changes. Wow. Beautiful. And on that note, I will say goodbye for now. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will definitely talk to you again next week. Bye for now.